Yo guys, what is up? We're going to play a live game, 15 plus 10, opponents rated 1518, and we have the white pieces. Let's go for it. And we're going Sicilian, so, yeah, I'm going to carry on with the Grand Prix, because it's got f4 in it. Okay. Now I'm not going to put the bishop out there yet, because the d-pawn's still there, so it's not actually a pin, so the knight isn't skewered to the spot. Haven't woken up all that long ago, but I'm feeling good today. Oh, he's moved the d-pawn. I could have moved my bishop out straight away. Don't rush, Hunty. You've got loads of time. Got more time than you had when you started the game. Threatening to take knight. So how's everyone's new year gone? Alright, we take. Bishop recaptures. Doesn't really matter, just pre-move anyway. Pawn recaptures, it's fine too. I'm going to build our light square pawn chain there. We're going to castle short. There's a dog scratching at my door. It's very rude. Queen comes to e1. And then it's a question of does she come to g3 or h4. You see, h4 now, there's potential discovery by the bishop. I'll play this anyway. Sometimes black has ideas about pushing up on the queen side. This knight can always come around. So it's day one of the Big Fat Challenge today. We did a Q&A webinar yesterday. We've had over 20 people sign up in 24 hours. And, okay, so what's the attacking idea? I mean, this is a thought, and then bishop to h6, attacking the pinned pawn. If the pawn moves, you grab the rook. Issue with queen here is you can get knight to h5, both hitting the queen and defending g7. If here, that move isn't on, but if the knight moves, then it comes with a discovery, so black could, for example, just grab a free pawn and then go back. This is looking like quite a solid setup for black here. I think f5 might be premature. Loads of time. I've only used 15 seconds to get to this point. What are we doing here? I don't want to move this pawn. I really don't want to bring this bishop to life. Right now this bishop is out of the game. So what's the idea with the caveman attack within the Grand Prix? It's like the classic attack. The other is you're going to push f5, and even if this pawn takes, I don't know. Should we try queen here? I mean, if knight here, I can always just push forward. And then that leaves space on g3 for my own queen's knight that can come around. Hooray! Opponent is Carvu 1989 from Greece. So I spent nearly 2 minutes over that move. Okay, queen c7. I mean, the knight could come in now. Queen here. I'm going to play that. Really do need to learn the intricacies of this attack. I mean, it's not the most complicated system in the world, but I know there's a lot more I do actually have a course. I have a Ginger GM course on the Grand Prix. Is it David Howell that's done it? I'm not sure. So the idea here is that we're going to attack this knight and dislodge this guy from f6. Queen could come to one of these squares and threaten to mate on h7. If pawn takes here, we've got pawn takes, but then actually queen takes is a thought. So, might need a rook on e1. Maybe. Yeah, feeling pretty good today. Okay, a concession. We have a couple of options. I think I'm just going to bring it near the center. We now have the option of f5, bishop takes h6. This pawn is pinned by our queen and cannot recapture. Classic idea, particularly in the Grand Prix. We quite often have the queen here. Works the same with the rook, obviously. It's the queen and the rook are the two pieces that can move great distances in one bound in a straight line. As in orthogonally, straight line, horizontal, perpendicular, not diagonal. Although the queen can, that's not the point. So going out for a dog walk today. Sorted out freezers yesterday. We have got this big chest freezer now in our kitchen. We keep a lot of stuff frozen. And obviously we go through a lot of meat in our house, and my wife works in butchery, so we sometimes get stuff back from work. Oh, the king has moved. Okay. Okay. Now I've taken up this square. The knight can't come in. This feels premature at this point. That just really brings his bishop to life. I don't want that. How about like queen here, knight g5 with a new pin, a brand new pin. But what does that achieve? Knight in there doesn't really do much, does it? Part of me thinking maybe I need to like use Gary and Harry now. Get Kingy out of the way. Because this is a weakness. If I attack the knight, he's going to come here with tempo. I could go there. It's actually a possibility. Or it just takes. You could just swap everything off and then take advantage of the fact you've still got a bishop pair. So I really want to maintain this part of my structure, I think, as long as possible. Which also means not doing this unless I can recapture with something else or deliver an attack. I mean, very often you will push f5, and if e takes f5, you don't immediately recapture. Okay, queen here, pushing this pawn with the option of bishop takes h6, g takes h6, queen takes h6. King is forced there, and in comes the knight. Yeah? So the first move in that sequence was queen h3. So I think this is an idea, this is an attacking idea. Sack the bishop for 2 pawns, but not just any 2 pawns. It's the G and H pawns with a kingside castle king. And they are worth more than 1 point. And this bishop is currently not, it's still at home, it's not even moved so far in the game. So this, let's say they take, we take. king goes here, knight comes in here. We can't threaten queen h7 mate because the knight is still there. No, he's not. Hang on. Now we have to move the knight, don't we? Figure this out. Push, no, the knight is still at home. But we have traded off these two key pawns. But then my hunch is we haven't got enough material in our attack. We haven't got enough forces in our attack to finish the job. So push and takes now. I take, G takes, queen takes, king here. Queen can come here with check. My knight can come in. Wait, yeah, knight in now doesn't work because it blocks the bishop's sack. Is there any point in having a spare knight? I mean, it's a slow idea, but is he thinking of this? But then f5 anyway. Knight, knight. I mean, this is slow, but knight there maybe. Right, so let's play this right through. Let's practice expanding our calculation, okay? We push A, let's say they take, for sake of argument, right? Takey, 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 king G8. So they've got a pawn on here. This is now a black pawn. Queen's here. Knight comes in. I don't see the finish on that. That's the problem. If we have a knight here, or even if here, I mean, if we can get rid of this knight, that's fine. So I'm going to bring the knight around. I don't see any urgent threats. I'm not afraid. This pawn break is great for me, and so is this one, I think. Because now, I mean, what's he got? G6? He's not going to play G6. I mean, that just falls to queen takes H6, so nah. Now this is kind of onish. Take king here. Knight can come in, but still again it's blunt there. Or knight G3, knight H5. Try and trade off, and then we're talking. Again, you see how his light squared bishop has got nothing. Got nothing at all here. Because my pawns are guarding all these squares. So that's why I've traded off my own light squared bishop. Right. Now this could change things. Take, take, take. Knight blocks is the only way to prevent mate. Is it not? But then what? Take, take, take. We can't stop there. Knight blocks. Here. Knight in here is attacked by both bishop and rook. And I don't have a dark square bishop left. So again, this doesn't quite work. Take, take there. Knight H7. My queen's on this square. No, I don't see it. So I'm going to carry on. Try this slow approach. Trade off the knights. So once I attack his knight, he can't come to this square because queen takes. He can't come to this square or this square because he gets taken by a pawn. He might retreat. It is a thought. Okay, if he wants to take, take, that's fine by me. Right, I'm going in with a plan. Opponent's on 11:20, I'm on 10 minutes. Okay, he's attacking my knight, so I think I need to recapture, eh? Because this doesn't come with any... there, bishop takes. Hang on, if bishop takes, I have takes, and if takes, I think that's mate. Because he hasn't got knight to h7 anymore. So if I take the knight... He takes back, I take. If he ignores the bishop and goes ahead and takes my knight, I've got a double check there. So let's figure that one out. This is me really kind of pushing my envelope a bit here. There. If he takes a knight, I'm going to take his rook. So there, let's say bishop takes back. I sack on here. He can't recapture because it's checkmate. Okay. So it's going to be knight takes, bishop sack on h6. Pawn takes knight. Or I just take the pawn, but that gives him tempo. I take knight. If he takes knight, I take here. No. I take knight, he takes knight, I take rook. This pawn is now not very dangerous. You see, I'm kind of coming up to this point in my own mind where I'm going, oh, I can't think anymore. But I can. This is the point. You jolly well can. I take, he takes knight, I take rook. I simply win material. Doing it. If bishop takes, we sack on here and he can't recapture because it's mate. King can't go there or there. Okay, so bishop takes is fine. If he takes here, I'm probably just going to take the rook and grab the stuff. This is quite crushing. Patience is an extremely important excuse me, attribute in chess, isn't it? Knowing when to pull the trigger and when to hold fire. So if takes, and I take here and he figures it out, he takes my knight, I can take with a rook, with the idea of rook a8, f1. Right now we're up a piece for a pawn. If he just takes my knight, yeah, I take the rook. My queen defends his pawn. Got some notifications. Friends! Whee! He's having to think now, Carvu89, aren't you, mate? I have set you a problem. A problem. Knight here is also an idea. A fork on queen and bish. I mean, let's say, for example, he takes my knight. I don't even have to take the rook. I do have an option of this. Queen moves somewhere, I take the bishop, queen takes back, sackety, sackety, whoops, and checkmate. The thing is, actually, this is the pressing issue. He can't recapture on there. And if he doth not recapture, then isn't simply moving the bishop away also mate? This is the problem, actually. There, if he takes, checkmate, bang. There, if he doesn't, something like this, I've got like, oh, okay. So we know what we're doing here. We're taking on here and he can't recapture because it's checkmate. Yeah, interesting. Move 19. Oh. But this, oh. Okay, right. And this, I did not see this far. He's attacking my queen. I have to take the bishop, really. I take bishop. He takes bishop. I take this bishop. If this pawn moves, bang. I am +2 materials. Okay, I take bishop. King has to go to h7. Oh, he's attacking my knight as well, though. Oh, but then I can save it. Or I can move it. Well, Sunday, Monday, happy days. I'm thinking this move. See, it didn't pan out how I thought. But it's almost instinctively stuff worked. So I take a pawn. I'm actually up a full knight. And I'm threatening like queen takes here. Queen has to take. Rook takes. King moves, I win another pawn. It's a very good position. Is there anything eviler? I don't know. I can't go there because pawn takes or rook takes. So I'm thinking that just looks like a no-brainer. Don't know why no-brainer always has to be said in an Aussie accent. But I always have checks, you know. But I think this is just a nice way to simplify. When you're up a full piece, there forces the queen trade. King has to go here or here. No, he can't go there. So he has to go back in the corner. We get another pawn. Or I've even got this, that with check, and just grab this pawn as well. And then carry on with the plan. Okay, so we stopped that idea, but I still have this. I can still just have this pawn for free. That was really nice how that attack worked out. You see, a title player in a competition would have figured all that stuff out. Hang on. Hang on. They have takes, so just win an exchange, don't I? Because this comes a check now. He's got to do something about it, and he can't go here. So what's he going to do? Go there? But then I win that. No, let's... Right, this is the question. Excuse me. Right. There's a free pawn. Nah, pawn's schmorn. There's a free pawn. Comes with check. It's got to be better. Just got to be really careful now. This queen is actually eyeing up my soft, tender areas. If he comes here, that's just not great because I get another pawn with check. He has to go back in the corner. That's me in the corner. So we're also going to see, so I mean, the idea over the next 90 days is I'm going to melt a lot of body fat away. Basically cutting out the carbs and the alcohol. Alcohol would make a big difference. Obviously no coffee, I think it's week 8 today. Okay, there we go. Now I do have another check. But also I'm going to see, does it help my brain function? And the great thing about playing chess on a daily basis is you get a very good measure, objective measure, of how well the old grey matter is working. And I don't see any downside to this move because it comes with check and he's got to go back there. Okay. We could throw in another check. He has to come back here. I've got queen here as well. Ideas. This doesn't work. Rook takes. King goes here. He's no dice. I could just keep things really simple and grab this pawn. I would be +6 materials. That's a full knight and 3 pawns. He'd probably want to do this with the idea of eyeing up there. Do I give check again and then try and get my... Yeah. I want to block this diagonal, definitely. It's a nice forcing move coming with check. He has to go there. If I stick this there... Actually... Now he's got 3 attackers on that knight, actually. He's only got 2 defenders, so I actually need to do something. If I come back here and he takes, okay, I think knight back here. I think this is the goal here when you're this far ahead. In fact, if takes, I do have knight takes as well. I just have to be careful about this potential attack. Should probably engage my other rook. Okay, I think queen takes. Oh no, that drops the knight. That doesn't work. I have a check here. Okay, he can't go there, he can't stay there. He's going to go here, or he's going to go on the H file. Queen here. Let's say he goes here. Oh, he can't. He'll be in check by the rook. Okay, so that's out. Queen here. King goes on H file. Almost certainly to H8, because he doesn't want to block the rook off from getting on the H file itself. So, Queen here, rook 8, King H8. I've got another check. Another check with a knight. Now I can't go... Oh, I can. I can actually. Need to be slightly careful about repetition as well here. Or is that deadly as hell? I'm not worried about the queen right now because the knight's blocking her path. This, if he does this, we've got to, haven't we? I'm trying to finish off a game with a queen and a knight against a queen and a rook, and that's just mathematically doesn't work. Are we worried about this? But if that and whatever and this, there, tradey, but check here, you can block with a rook. Or do we just simplify matters a little bit and capture this pawn? Yeah, we do. I'm just slightly nervous about having a pawn that close to home. This is playable because it's defended twice, attacked twice. So that forces king to move, really. Yeah, or else he gives up the exchange. Oh, hello. Right, two attackers on this pawn. That was a decent move. Here he's got rook here. That doesn't work. Rook takes. This doesn't work. I mean, it's desperate times for black right now. I might have to push g3. I'm loath to move a pawn in front of my king, but I do have all the advantages, don't I? So queen here blocks attacking queen. Knight here. King. Yeah, hang on. Queen here. Rook here. Knight here gives check. So the king moves out into the open. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm running a bit low on time. I know I've got 10-second increment, but opponent is showing some will to fight. Now this queen takes, rook takes. That's fine. Queen takes, rook takes queen. I can't recapture. Okay, he's gone straight for that idea. Didn't even think twice about that. Now check, and he's only got one square, I believe. Then we're getting into blitz territory now. Then I can come here. Should have brought my other rook in, shouldn't I? Okay, and now that wins a rook, surely. Okay, I'm attacking the rook, discovered check. The only way to solve both issues is to block with a rook, and then I take it anyway. Have to be careful about rook takes queen. Okay. Moving the king out. Right, let's bring in the other rook. Time to build the clock a little bit, maybe. Okay. Interesting. I can take a rook and dump a queen. Um, I'd love to give a check, but there isn't one. Isn't a good one anyway. If there and rook takes... Oh, hang on. That is actually a royal fork. There and rook takes, then I do this and win his queen. Fripp. Why not? This is a deflection. So I'm deflecting that rook away from the having a discovered attack on my queen when I play a family fork. That's the plan. But what else can he do here? He can move the king off there, but then I just grab his rook. And these are the kinds of positions that you get into when you're forced to play quickly and you start to panic a little bit. And he's still got half his time on the clock. But he's played those last few moves all in like less than 10 seconds. Okay, he's had to take here, and now this. And now I think it's a resignable position. Whoa. Well, ladies and gentlemen, place your bets. That felt elegant to me. That felt good. That felt like, you know, someone said in the comments the other day, wow, and I got a brilliant move. Right? Yeah, someone said in the comments the other day, there's like this 500 ELO thing that sometimes you can play 500 points below your ELO, and I know that because the guess the ELO thing is so much fun. And sometimes you can play 500 points above your ELO. 78.9 isn't tremendous for me, but I would say that was a 1600 game. There you go, 1629. Opponent played the opening perfectly and didn't play the middle game terribly well. I played the opening 98.2, which was obviously a lot worse than him. And then middle game, not so much. So what was the brilliancy? Bishop takes h6. Beautiful. So the thing is, so we'll jump to here. This is move 13. The computer's saying swing the knight around, okay. Now I swing the knight around, it says you shouldn't do that, you should push g4. Yeah, hey, g4 at this point. Yeah, because g5. This pawn's pinned. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. I was thinking pieces, pieces, pieces. And I forgot to use Gary. It's very easy to go, well, Gary's in front of my king, I can't use him. Yeah, well, you can. It's within the rules. It's just unprincipled. Best move. And we're slightly better. And that was inaccurate, yeah. I don't know about c4 at this point. Yeah, I don't know. This is miss. Oh, because he had c4. And that's a miss because we should have played ed. And that was a great... Right. This, friends, is the turning point of the game. And opponent... I suspect my opponent's next move is inaccurate. Oh no, best move. But then, boom. Brilliant. And that's the best move. But here, it all... And he shouldn't have done that. He should not have done... Or you should not have done that. Queen c8 was best. Oh. Right, trying to remove the attacker of that so that he could take my bishop for free. So if queen here, and I trade queens, he recaptures, well, then I just retreat. And I'm still up a piece. But either way... Okay, so now it's plus 7.8. Yeah. And then, I thought we played relatively accurate. That's a good move. Then we're plus 9 here, so really, really interesting. It all went down to here. What should he have done? Knight h7. Blocking the path there, so that... Tough one. Definitely a tough one. So apparently swinging this knight around was not the idea. But That knight actually proved instrumental. Look at this knight. Look at the route it's come. Right? From move 2. Okay, so that's his first move. Let's keep an eye on him. Well, put him in red. Okay. And then we've got some building our structure. And this is all right, you know, it's okay. It forces a little bit of a concession. But you see, also, keep an eye on h6. You know? I always like it when we can prompt this. Okay, now he comes round. This is move 2. So he's gone from there to there to there. Now that's move 3 for him. Move 4 for him, which the computer disapproves of. Move 5. Gives up his life. But that is the turning point of the whole game. My queen's knights come all the way from here, and he's changed everything on this square. And it's all falls apart from that point. What an interesting game. And also notice, yes, look, this is the brilliant move, which wouldn't have been possible if our opponent hadn't been forced to push h6. And the computer didn't like it, you know? When we come back here, it says, that's all right, it's a good move, it's not a great one. You know? In fact, the best move is only 0.3 of a pawn. But prompting this, and this is a good move, but not a great one. And then the knight just comes back, and we have this hook for the rest of the game. And this bishop, wasn't it his only move of the game? Right? Ready? Bang. His only move of the game, never even developed. Bang. Gives up his life and wins the game for white. Well, that was a whole heap of fun, I think. I hope you agree. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.